Oh, hey Corey. Yeah, nice job on these. Especially this one. This one is definitely the most original here. Um, so I think the other ones are really off to a good start. When I look at these, I'm trying to see what design elements you're trying to illustrate. These two look very similar. They almost look like like a image trace. But they're mainly texture, and the only difference really is the color. So you might want to add some variety to these. And if you want to create textures, you can, just try to do it with the tools. And this one's off to a good start, but again, mainly seeing the element of line. And this one's also kind of got the element of line, but it's got a lot more variety to it. So, you could probably, there's probably the element of rhythm even because it's got a nice sense of movement. God, excuse me, my nose is so stuffed up today. So, just, you might want to have a look at, these are the images I posted in the announcements. And they're mostly the same leaves that were in the video I did. So, and again, it says be sure to be able to discuss what design elements. So again, if you read what I wrote about each one, you can kind of see what they lost points on and what was good about it. I mean, this one, pretty much too much line in these two. Again, this one needs development, but I'm not going to read these to you, but I just wanted to kind of show you. This one overall really pretty good, but again, students get stuck on using that default 1 pixel stroke width. This one's really pretty good. I mean, it's not great, and again, if I look to see it's like a symbol or a pattern fill, it doesn't count, so be sure not to use any of that stuff. And again, this one's really pretty cool, and she labeled, the elements and the principles. Again, could use some variety in some of the strokes. Like, again, this looks like about a 4 pixel stroke in this one, and the rest are 1 pixel. But again, it doesn't hurt to try some variety. This one could be a little bit bigger, the stroke. They could have tried different sized dots too, like they did here. I mean, there's a lot of different sizes of strokes, which make it look really interesting. Now this one too, this one came out really good and also labeled, but again, the bottom two could just use a little bit more variety in some areas in terms of the stroke. But not that much, because again, they're really trying to illustrate, like asymmetrical balance, and again, unity, line, and balance. So, and there's other elements too. Usually the elements overlap. Now see, this one uses a lot of different stroke widths, so that one came out really good. And again, this one's pretty good, though you can't see it because it's so small, but too many effects up here. Don't use gradients unless there's a reason. And again, I mean, overall, really good attempt with this one. Now, this one got a pretty low score. It's very attractive, but no stars. Again, too many gradients and not enough design elements. Pretty much the shape with the circle, color, obviously. But again, just needs more work. And this one was very low scoring because you can see the bottom two aren't finished, and basically just the element of line and color. Okay, so anyway, with yours, that's pretty much what I would suggest. Just more development. I think this is the most successful one, and the rest of them all just need work. Again, I don't know if you use image trace, but it kind of looks like it. But again, we're not using those. Just to remind you, I mean, I'm not saying you did or didn't, but just to keep in mind, we're not using that at all in this class. So just something to think about. Okay, so anyway, I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'm happy to look at another revision tomorrow or whenever you get to work on it more. Okay?